Hi, I'm Stephanie Forster. I'm the founder of Preggo Pilates and a master trainer with Balanced Body living here in San Francisco. And I'm coming up with these Pilates-based movement morsels as we are sheltering in place. These are like 6 to 8 minute little videos that you can do throughout the day to keep yourselves physically fit and also to give yourselves a mental break from the everyday. So we're going to be working on extension, working on the back side of the body. Most of us tend to be much more conscious and aware of the front of our body, but not so much the back body. And we really need that whole back body to be nice and strong for great posture and general strength. So I'm going to have you come down to lying on the floor on your belly. And you're going to start with your hands clasped one on top of the other. And I'm going to talk to the camera for a second, but I want you to attach your forehead to your hands, and it's going to stay there for a while. So you're going to lift your belly. I want you to imagine that you've got an ice cube underneath your belly button. So I want you to lift your belly button off that imaginary ice cube and then press your pubic bone into the floor. So there's a little bit of a lift underneath the low belly. Attaching the forehead to the hands, you're going to take a nice deep breath in. You're going to exhale, lift your belly button off the mat, press the pubic bone down, and then you're going to float everything off the mat. So your arms, your head, your legs, but you're keeping your forehead attached to your hands. And you're going to stay here for a couple breaths, really focusing on lifting the belly button off the mat to protect the low back, and then gently release back down. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, navel lifts off, pubic bone presses down, float everything off the mat again, keeping your forehead attached to your hands. Draw your shoulders wide down the back. Reach the energy out of the crown of the head and the soles of the feet like you're trying to touch the sides of the room. Stay here one more breath and come back down. And again, deep breath in, exhale, and lift the belly button off, press the pubic bone down, and float everything off the mat. Shoulders wide like you're flying. Breathe into it. Don't overwork your glutes. Lift, lift, lift in the low belly, and come back down. And then just roll through your hips side to side to get a little bit of a release. And then we're going to do some swimming action in the legs. So keeping the forehead attached to the hands, I want you to activate your left glute so much that your leg just lifts off the floor without bending the knee. And then bring it back down. And other side. Activate the glute, the leg floats off. Pointing the energy out of the toes, don't bend your knees, and release back down. And again, exhale, lift from the glute and the hamstring, which is the back of the thigh, and bring it back down. And other side, keeping your belly lifted as well. The glute activates, it lifts that leg and back down. And once more each side. Lifting the leg by activating in your butt. And again, little gentle squeeze of the butt lifts that leg off and back down. And then you're going to float everything back off just like we did before. Everything floats off, the head, the arms, and the legs. And then you're going to do these little swimming kicks, keeping yourself stable. Try not to roll through your hips. Point your toes. Imagine you're in a pool and you're holding on to a kickboard and you're swimming with your legs. Legs don't bend at the knee, just little kicks. Nice and strong, quick. Lifting up towards the ceiling. Lift the belly button off. We're going to keep kicking for 10 more seconds. And 8, and 6, and 4, and 3, and 2, and 1, and release. And then go ahead and roll side to side. And then you're going to extend your arms out long, and you're going to turn your palms so they're facing one another. The thumbs are kind of up towards the ceiling. Forehead stays parallel to the floor. And we're going to do a little swimming now, adding the arms. So you're going to take a deep breath in, you're going to exhale. Float your right leg and your left arm off, like you're reaching the edges of a long X. And bring it back down.
Other side. Lengthening out of the fingertips and the toes and back down. Being aware that you're lifting your belly button off the mat to do this. And switch. We're going to do one more set, a little bit slower speed, and then we're going to bring it up a notch. And on the exhale, activate that glute, lift the belly button off, float the arm and the leg off, and back down. Just take a rest for a moment, side to side, a little bit, roll through your pelvis, give yourself a little bit of a break. Now exhale, lift your belly button off, press the pubic bone down, float all of your limbs off the mat. Forehead stays parallel to the floor. Head is in alignment with the rest of your spine. And now we're going to do a little bit of swimming, opposite arm and leg. You can turn your palms to face the floor. Lift, lift, lift in the belly. Try not to roll through your pelvis. Really lifting the legs from the back of the thigh and the butt. Easy breath. And 10, 9, 8, don't bend your knees. 6, 5, 4, upper back is working strong. 2, and 1. And bring everything back down. Rest your cheek on the mat. Roll a little bit through your pelvis, side to side. And then you're going to slide your elbows right underneath your shoulders with the forearms on the floor. We're going to take a little bit of a sphinx to both open up the upper back and the front of the chest. So I want you to actually sink into your shoulder joint a little bit. Forehead is parallel to the floor. Spread your fingers wide. Take a deep breath in. Exhale. Lift your navel off. Press your pubic bone down. And then you're going to press gently into your forearms to open the chest. Shoulder blades glide down the back. And then you're going to lift your head slowly like you're watching a line of ants crawl away on the floor. Only lift your head to the point where it's still in alignment with the back of your neck. And then gently come all the way back down and release. And again, deep breath in. Exhale, lift your belly button off, press your pubic bone down, gently press into the forearms. Shoulder blades glide down the back. The chest opens. Collarbones are wide. Relax your jaw. And back. And if you feel like you've got a little bit more length in your upper back, slide your hands back a little bit more towards your shoulders. And we're going to come up to a swan. You're going to take a deep breath in. Exhale, lift your belly button off, press your pubic bone down, and then you're going to gently straighten your arms. If this doesn't feel good, go back to the Sphinx position. Lift, lift, lift in the belly, breathing here, shoulders widen down, just opening up that back space, and then slowly melt your way back down. Last time. Deep breath in. Exhale, lift the belly button off, press the pubic bone down, gently press into your hands, shoulder blades gliding down the back, opening that back body and the chest. Easy breath here. Lift, lift, lift in the belly, getting a nice long stretch of the front body and the spine. Gently come back down, and we're going to take a counter stretch. So you're going to press yourself back into a child's pose. Reach the fingertips long. Easy breathing into the low back. And then you're going to walk your hands and torso over to the right and breathe into your left lungs and the left rib cage to get a little stretch down the side body. And then you're going to walk through the center and go to the other side. Come back into the center, take a nice deep breath in. Exhale and gently just stack yourself up so you're sitting on your heels. And then just take your shoulders up and back down. All right, and there you go.